Can you believe it? After months of being away, Gamacy Gamers Guild is back, and holy buckets do we have a list for you. If you forgot, I'm your host Palydyn, and today we begin our countdown of the 50 best games for the Nintendo Entertainment System in the US. This is our biggest list yet. The NES is such an iconic system in video game history, we couldn't limit our picks to just 10. But before all of the fun stuff begins, do me a favor and hit the like button, click subscribe, and ring the bell. Help us get seen by more people across YouTube as we grow the channel. Okay, strap in, make sure your tray tables are in their upright and locked position, and prepare for takeoff. Let's start the countdown of the 50 best games for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Released for the NES in the United States in 1989, FAXANADU is one of those hidden gems, so to speak, for the system. This 2D action RPG was a spin-off of the Dragon Slayer series game Xanadu, and developed by Hudson Soft for American and European audiences. For RPG fans, FAXANADU is one of those retro classics you must play for its historical significance, and as well as it being as fun as it is. A side-scrolling shooter on the NES? No way! Yes, LifeForce was just that, but much more. Developer Konami threw in some different twists to the familiar formula to make LifeForce unique. If you're a fan of classic side-scrolling shooters and things that blow up real good, give LifeForce a try. Hitting Japanese and North American arcades first in 1985, TIGER-HELI was then later ported to the NES in 1987. Take to the skies in an attack helicopter in this vertical scrolling shooter, fighting tanks, artillery, and battleships to name a few. But wait a sec, there's no enemy planes or helicopters to blow up? Weird, but who cares? TIGER-HELI is just plain fun. Yes, that's right, PAC-MAN. Even though the NES version was a bit late to the party, it was the closest looking version to the arcade classic on console systems at the time. It not only looked good, but played good as well. Is there not a video game fan out there who has never played this? I've never met one. This game was one of my first experiences with a console strategy game and is now considered by many as a classic of the genre. Conquer the provinces of ancient China to form your own empire against the computer or other players. It was most fun against a friend of mine, who I routinely beat, of course. Roll onto the beaches of Normandy in World War II, fighting enemy soldiers, tanks, and other obstacles. Yep, that's right, you get to roll through the beautiful French countryside blowing up Nazis. Oh, and you're named Paul, by the way, also known as Snake. Now, where have I heard that name before in a video game? One of the proverbial poster childs of the NES, you simply could not consider yourself a Nintendo fan without owning this game. That would have also been difficult since the game was bundled with some of the system releases when it launched in the US in 1985. Never played this shooter classic? Light gun and all? The ducks thank you. This sequel to the original classic wasn't that it was so much better than its predecessor in its core gameplay, but now you could bring a friend along to help you beat up thugs. Nothing says friendship more than sharing a rabbit punch to the kidneys. For my money, this game was better than the original. Had you there for a second, didn't I? This game made it to our list because it was Zelda, and yet it wasn't. Yes, a direct sequel to the original, but this time focusing on the role-playing elements and side-scrolling. Here's a fun fact. Until Breath of the Wild in 2017, Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link was the only game to take place after the original. Run and gun game? Check. Two-player option? Check. Another clone of Commando? Check. But it didn't matter. IKARI Warriors was good old-fashioned fun. And did you know it was actually inspired by the movie Rambo: First Blood Part 2? Anyways, with a joystick, players could walk and shoot in 8 different directions, ensuring maximum carnage. Alright, it's time to land this plane for the day. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Let us know in the comments below some of the games you would have put on your NES list. Check back with us the same time next week as we continue our Top 50 countdown.